We got NFL Week 8 breakdown. All right, the Dolphins got the dub in Tua's first start, but it wasn't Mr. Tagovailoa that won that game. It was the defense. They forced 4 Rams turnovers in the first half, and they were balling. They were balling hard. Jared Goff looked like a piece of poop out there, but hey, what can you do? Dolphins won that one.
I don't know. I feel like Baltimore had a chance to win this game. They went up 17-7 on the Steelers after they had no offensive just push, because the only reason it was 17-7 is because Lamar threw a pick six. Baltimore had a chance to capitalize, maybe score some more, make it out of reach for Pittsburgh, but that Steelers defense is just too much, man. It's overwhelming how well they get to the passer. They just lost an opportunity to break Pittsburgh's undefeated streak.
All right, we got another AFC East game. It's the Bills versus the Patriots. Now, the Patriots have been playing like not good. They've been playing not good recently. They lost 3 in a row before this game. Losing this game makes it their 4th loss in a row. Something that rarely ever happens in the Bill Belichick dynasty. I don't think it's ever happened in the Bill Belichick dynasty. But Cam Newton, that offense really needs some work. Last second fumble cost them the game, and Bills win here.
Okay, we got Joe Burrow winning over the Tennessee Titans. The Bingo Bengal Bongos beat a crushed Titans team who lost last week to the Steelers in just like the worst way possible. And now here they just get wiped by Joe Burrow and the Bengals. It's really nice to see that Cincinnati's got their guy. I really was doubtful of Joe Burrow, but he seems to be proving me wrong. And Tennessee just finding a way to lose. I'm not sure what's going on over there. They have the weapons to win a Super Bowl, but they're over here losing to Cincinnati and the Bengals.
All right, so our next game is the Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. And we have ourselves a barn burner here, folks. No, I'm just playing. Final score was 16-6. Raiders took this one over the Browns. Baker Mayfield had a 5-touchdown performance against the Cincinnati Bengals in Week 7 last week. Had 0 touchdowns this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. I do not trust this Browns team. They always play well against inferior opponents, and then they come back the next week and just shit the bed.
Next up, we have the Colts and the Lions. Obviously, Lions are not favored against opponents over 500. So the Colts find a way to win, flipping into this victory because of that awesome celebration. I feel like Phillip Rivers had a good game, one of his very few good games that Phillip Rivers will have this season. Again, I personally believe that the Colts should move on from Phillip Rivers and just get a better quarterback, because I just feel like he's taking advantage of a good situation in the Colts and they won't capitalize. I promise you, it's Phillip Rivers. I know he had a good game. Didn't throw an interception, but we'll have to see.
Now, the next game that we have is the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Now, before I get started with this breakdown, I must point out a crime that I committed this week. I left Dalvin Cook on my bench in fantasy. Yes, I know. He put up 44-something points, and I would have easily won this week. But it was unfortunate. With that being said, Dalvin Cook balled out this game. He had 4 total touchdowns, a monster amount of yards against that Green Bay defense. And the Vikings won this game, 28-22. Rodgers almost mounted a comeback, but it was not to be. Vikings win a big division game here, and the Packers have a lot of questions to answer.
Alrighty, next up, we got the Jets versus the Chiefs. And of course, Le'Veon's revenge game, 38 yards of total offense. What? Let's go, Le'Veon. You show him. You show him why. I'm going to leave it there, because I don't know what he's shown with 38 yards of total offense. But I just have to say, Patrick Mahomes to me is really, he is the best player in the NFL right now. He is really, I know the Jets are a bad team and they struggle playing just a game of football, but the plays that he made during that game just goes to show that he will just produce regardless of the opponent. Patrick Mahomes to me right now is starting to look like an MVP right now.
Next game, we got the Chargers at the Broncos, Mile High Stadium. I cannot believe the Broncos won this game. The Chargers had it in the bag all the way up to the fourth quarter. Then the Broncos scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, including the game winner to KJ Hamler. If you're a Chargers fan, sucks to be you.
If you're a Chargers fan, you shit the bed, and Drew Lock is amazing. I told you this week 1. Eat my butt.
I was checking the score for this game the entire time, for its entirety, and the Chargers looked like they were going to pull out this with an easy dub. And then the Broncos came screaming back, and they won a crazy game. They won a crazy game. So Broncos win this one 31-30.
Alrighty, now we got San Francisco at Seattle. Obviously, Seattle coming off of that horrible loss to the Cardinals. We get to see Russell Wilson in action against a battered 49ers team, who've been riddled with injuries, and that's not an excuse. Of course, next man up mentality in the NFL, but it really just goes to show how good the 49ers are, even with a battered team, putting up 27 points on a really good Seattle team. This team has been almost unstoppable if it wasn't for that game against the Cardinals. I feel like this loss sparked something in Seattle, so we're gonna see in these coming weeks.
Next one we got is the New Orleans Saints at the Chicago Bears. This one came down to overtime. It was tied 23-23 at the end of regulation, so they played an extra quarter, and the Saints came out on top 26-23. This Saints team is not as explosive as it was in years past. Michael Thomas being absent probably has something to do with that. Drew Brees just really doesn't look like himself in past weeks, and this week, but they do get the dub against the Bears team. I'll say they are a Bears team. Can't really tell if they're good or not yet, but we'll figure that out. So Saints win this one 26-23.
We got Dallas at Philadelphia. Ben, insert Italian last name here, did not look good. That was just horrible performance by Dallas. Mike McCarthy bringing out like high school football plays, taking direct snaps to Ezekiel Elliott and the Wildcat. I don't know what Dallas is doing. I feel like they've given up at this point. And Philadelphia still found a way to make Carson Wentz look like a joke, because he is. I don't know what's going on in the NFC East. I think somebody poisoned our water, because it's just horrible football that we're playing, and it's embarrassing, because this is one of the most competitive divisions in the NFL, and it's looking like a joke.
Thank you for joining us. Those were our breakdowns for NFL Week 8. Hope you join us next time for another breakdown, Week 9. See you next time.
Bye-bye.